this is Aiko. Welcome back. I am going to be presenting another of my tarot decks for you today. One you may or may not have, but if not, it might be one that you will be inspired to go out and purchase for your collection. It is called the Westwood Tarot. And I haven't owned it for very long, but I just love it. And if you have watched any of my other videos, you know that I love decks that have animals in them. And this one is no different. Every card is different. Every card is funny and exciting. And because I really like decks that follow the Rider-Waite-Smith decks and the meanings that I have studied, this one is an easy deck to use right along with your general basic knowledge of tarot. It's Yasmin Westwood is the illustrator, and the book is written by Calliope, and it is in a metallic box that has the little snap over. I've already taken the deck of cards out to show you in just a minute. And in the beginning, I just wanted to share with you that says, when we got here, we found that it was the best kind of place, full of excitement and adventures. And that's from The Magic Faraway Tree by Enid Blyton. And I wanted to give credit to that little opening that's in the front. But a very sturdy, beautiful box for your shelf. And it's designed to look, like you can see the top, it's designed to look like a book from the outside. And it's beautiful. And I do want to show you now the guidebook. This is the guidebook that comes with this one. It's a 254-page guidebook. The guidebook is in color. The pictures are in color, and I think that the way they set it up, it starts off with kind of a poem. It's got light and shadow, key words and concepts, which is very nice for when you start intuitively reading your cards and you just need some guide words at that point. But it also goes into an explanation of the cards from the scene of the card. For instance, this one says, a giraffe has traveled from afar, covering much distance well into the night, just for a chance to have an audience with the fairy queen. So the cards are, you could spend a good amount of time in this deck just having fun with how the author went through and created a story to go with each card. But it also talks about, for instance, this is the Nine of Wands card. It talks about it in relation to love, the categories: love, career, wellness, finances, the magic of the Nine of Wands, words of wisdom from the Nine of Wands, and a spirit guide called the giraffe, and what gifts he's bringing to the reading. And I think that you will really enjoy the guidebook. It does go through the major and the minor cards. It goes through the court cards, and it'll give you in the back, it will give you some spreads to use in your readings. A 9-card spread here at the end, but it also has the 5-card spread, a 3-card spread, and then of course you can take this and apply it to any spreads that you like to read from. I don't read for other people yet, but I do read for myself, and sometimes my husband when he will let me. The front of the book talks about divining with the cards, how the suits are laid out, and pathways of empowerment, and how this particular tarot deck was created, and how we're invited to explore the whimsical tapestry of the magic of these animals. So let's get into the cards real quick. I don't want to spend too long. They are a gilded deck in gold, and I'll kind of get the light to shine on those a certain way. They are a very good cardstock. You can see I don't have really big hands, but the cards are larger than most regular playing cards, width and height. They do shuffle very nicely. I have kind of small hands, so this deck is a little bit harder for me to shuffle, but I can manage once I get it going, and then it's pretty good. The lovely thing about these cards is because of how thick they are, they do make a beautiful run for if you're spreading them out to pull whatever card speaks to you, and they're easy. It's an easy deck to do that with, and so when you pull a card out, it's a very neat way of doing it. So let's take a look at some of the cards real quick. You'll see how beautiful they are. I'm just going to kind of put the deck here in the center so that I can grab two at a time, and they will go a lot quicker for us. Okay, and you'll see I'm not going to talk about each card. I am going to do some future videos that's more about spreads and what cards mean in the spreads. Most of you that are familiar with tarot, you probably already know the general idea of the major and minor arcana and what they stand for. So this video is mostly to show you this deck and how beautifully it's illustrated with the animals. And I just think it's lovely. This is the World card, as you can see, the koala bear there, the Ace of Cups. The Cups is a water card, and it tends to be in blues in this deck, kind of blues. The major arcana cards are a variety of colors, but you'll see, like when we get to other than just the cups, which I happen to be in right now, some cups, I did shuffle them so they will not be in order, of course. But like pentacles and wands, pentacles happen to be a little bit more green because they are earth. They're more represented by earth, the material world, money, finances, material things, home. Those are two of the major arcana cards. I've seen the gorilla representing the emperor card in other animal decks too. So he's chosen to be the emperor quite often. I can see that. And then the magician, card number 1. Has all of the tools at his disposal for making things happen, as a magician can often do. The Tower card, I do not read in the negatives at all, or reversals as some call them. So every card becomes a positive for me. I can look at even the Tower card here, and it is disaster. The lightning has struck the tower. Everything's falling. But for some things, new things to begin, some things have to end, and so this can be the end of something, and the beginning of something new is right around the corner. It's the Balance, the Hanged Man, Death. Right now we look like we're in some major arcanas. In this deck, the Seeker is the Hermit card. He's an old grizzly bear there, but he's depicted as is most of the Hermit cards, where he's out at night by himself, needs to go off alone to think, get his thoughts straight. Queen of Pentacles, oh, it's beautiful. Cute little pig there. Let's see, oh my goodness, 6 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles. You can see the animals and how lovely they are illustrated. The 6 of Pentacles, Charity. And you see the 2 little animals there with the dog, the basket of pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles, Hardship. There's the possum, Mama Possum and her babies. Looks like an old tethered chair there. And that is usually depicted in most decks with, it's usually a stained glass window there, but in this particular illustrator did it a little bit different. But you can still see how they pull together. Ooh, the 7 of Wands. Resistance. So as we go through a few more, and then I'll check how long this gets to be. And oh, I love this 9 of Wands, the giraffe card. We were just looking at that in the guidebook. The swords tends to be quite blue in this deck. The 3 of Swords, the piercing of the heart. Very reminiscent in all of the tarot decks. It's usually the heart pierced. King of Wands. Wands tends to be a fire card, so it's action. Action and moving. Boy, these are just stunning. And I'll flip through a few more of these a little bit fast. The 8 of Swords is restraint, feeling restrained. And the 10 of Swords, the Fool card, is Grasshopper. The High Priestess. So you can see 2 of Pentacles, balance in earthly things. So you can see, just lay them down. So that is kind of a review of the cards, or a good going over of the cards, and I hope you can see just how beautiful they are. Again, this is Westwood Tarot. Still available, I believe, out there. The beautiful guidebook that goes along with it, and then it has your 78 cards that come with the deck with this beautiful backing. Great card stock, great for shuffling, and I believe that it'll be one that you will want to have in your collection as well. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time.